Ladies and gentlemen, it's 850, Big 550, KTRS. Andy Strickland, ladies and gentlemen, he's a host of Hockey Sense on the Big 550 KTRS, and you see him on Fox Sports Midwest as the board guy, the board line guy. But it's not a sideline.
Well, it's
a board line.
Of. Roving reporter.
Pre-game,
post-game.
The man who puts his microphone in people's faces as they're skating off the ice.
Yes. What's going on?
My Blues are playing pretty well.
So now they're your Blues.
Well, yeah,
again, you know how he is.
They're winning.
Bandwagon.
Yes,
yeah, that's okay.
That's exactly right.
I think people would accept that. Listen, they are certainly playing, getting off to a great start. This was a concern when the schedule came out because you had 6 consecutive games on the road to begin the year after the season opener at home. This could have gone either way. It's been just a crazy road trip across Canada when you think about where they've been. So this is certainly testing the patience of the coaching staff and certainly the players. But they've answered every call thus far, and they've really impressed. This looks like a different team compared to what we've seen in recent years, even though we've said that before. But again, you have some new faces.
Well, why?
And all these new faces have contributed and impacted the season thus far.
Okay, so why are these new faces better than the old faces?
Well, I think they're younger. You look defensively, you think about a guy like Colton Parayko, Joel Edmondson, bigger, younger, quicker, smarter, more physical.
Sounds like Fox News.
Mentality is kind of what you want from a defenseman. I think it's the mentality you need to win in the National Hockey League, to be honest with you. And I think that they were missing that. I've told you guys that in the past. I think in the last few years, specifically on the defensive side of things, you need a certain mentality to win. These guys give you a little bit of that compared to maybe the guys that were here before them.
So because the philosophy was the Blues were a little soft.
A little bit, yeah. On the back end, I think you could make that case. Yeah. I mean, they didn't, the guys that they had in there, that wasn't necessarily their game. I mean, at one point in time, it was for a guy like Barrett Jackman, but he's gotten a little longer in the tooth.
But the fact that this schedule has been set up is to avoid October in St. Louis because they wanted to avoid a Cardinals run.
Well, you're 100% right. I mean, this was the case for the last several years. I mean, all of a sudden you play all these games at home in October. You're going up against the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. And, you don't like those scheduling conflicts. So this kind of worked out in their favor, although the Cardinals lost. So
when's their next home game?
Saturday.
Who are they playing?
Tampa Bay, I believe.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Or the Islanders, I should say.
Oh, the Islanders.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should be at that game.
I was at the game last year.
Were you?
I was at the Islander game last year. Brian Trottier.
It's your guy?
Brian Trottier is my guy.
Yeah.
I played in a softball team.
I've heard that story before.
I was traded for him.
Yes, you were.
I was traded to Brian Trottier's softball team.
For maybe a six-pack of beer.
For a warm six-pack of beer, yeah. Cager traded me for no apparent reason. He knew I wasn't coming back one summer, so he traded me to Brian Trottier's softball team. Yeah. All right. Any insight on the Rams or the Blues or the Cardinals we should know about?
Well, I mean, first off, so this is a big week for the St. Louis Blues. They want to host this World Junior Championship. It's a big, huge international event. I think it's foreign to some people here in St. Louis.
It's foreign to me. What is it?
But it's a major event. I mean, it would bring tens of millions of dollars into the city of St. Louis. This would be huge. Bring millions of people, into the city of St. Louis.
So that means Governor Nixon's against it.
I don't know what his thoughts are on this. Does he follow hockey?
Well, so what's the holdup?
So here's the deal. So it's called the World Junior Championship. USA Hockey is hosting the 2018 World Junior Championship. So there's 3 finalists to host this event: Buffalo, Pittsburgh, St. Louis. St. Louis is getting their site visit this week from USA Hockey, the 3rd and final site visit. So the Blues are certainly heavily involved in this, as well as the St. Louis Sports Commission, to bring this event here. Every great player, for the most part, that you see in the National Hockey League today, at one point in time participated in this great event. So I can go on and on and on about it.
Do we have enough ice space?
Well, here's the deal. Some of the games will be played down at the Scott Trade Center, and you'd also have a secondary venue at the Family Arena, where, of course, it seats 10,000 people, much bigger than any other secondary arena from the other finalists that they could offer. And you look at, the evolution of St. Louis hockey. I mean, it's been unreal. We're going to have potentially 4 first-round NHL draft picks coming up in June in the NHL draft who are from St. Louis.
Right.
Yeah, so you could have 6 players potentially playing for Team USA in the 2018 World Junior Championships, which would be unheard of for St. Louis. So this is a huge event.
Aren't there a bunch of St. Louisans playing for the nationally #1 ranked UNO Mavericks?
No, there were a couple last year.
Oh, the couple last year.
And they both have moved on. One of those was Rick Zombo's kid.
Okay.
Dominic Zombo.
What's coming up on Hockey Sense tomorrow night?
Well, we'll probably go over, certainly react to what happens tonight in Montreal, arguably the best, venue in the National Hockey League today. Montreal is undefeated. St. Louis is red hot. So you have two heavyweights, one from the Eastern Conference, one from the Western Conference, clashing, going head-to-head tonight. So
hey, it's a battle of
that.
titans. You can throw out the record books when these two clubs meet.
Well, Montreal's pretty good. Their goaltender is the best in the National Hockey League. Vladimir Tarasenko, the number 3 star of the week of the National Hockey League. This guy is unreal. He has reached a level of superstardom, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger for that kid.
He's a sharpshooter.
He's incredible.
I don't know what that means, but I like that. I like the nicknames in hockey.
Yeah, he's good though, man. Really good.
But they don't score the way they used to, right? You're not going to get 50 goals the way you would from a Brian Hall years ago.
Or Brett Hall.
Or
Brian Trottier. We can combine the two, absolutely. But, you can – no, guys still could score 50. I mean, Steven Stamkos from Tampa Bay, he scored 60 a few years ago. Ovechkin scores 50,
right.
It seems like, routinely. Vladimir Tarasenko is on his way to scoring 50 goals this year.
All right.
He's got 5 goals already this year.
So he's a true superstar.
You think about the most dangerous offensive players in the game today. I'd have 5 or 6 of them to name you.
Right.
He is in that mix, and he's ahead of several of them right now. He is that good.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Andy Strickland here on the Big 550 KTRS. Tomorrow night, Obi Clark's, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Hockey Sense every Wednesday.
You got it.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.